Peace, citizens of the World Wide Web. It's your boy, Mr. 13, and I'm here with a special edition of the Sit Down. Today, I got the winner of the Battle X competition. Joining me tonight is official Paradx. Is that the official name?
Just Paradx. I just put official Paradx on all my
Okay.
platforms and stuff.
All right. So you heard it. Joining us is Paradx. Paradx, what's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Good man. Shit, all good over here. Just getting by and shit, just getting ready for this next year. A lot of shit coming up.
I hear you. Well, first off, I want to congratulate you on your victory in the Battle X competition. Tell me about that. How does that feel to be the winner?
Shit, man. It felt great. Like I knew that I was going up against some good people, some good spitters, and they had good songs. And like shit, they literally called me while I was at work, man. So it was just like, damn, unexpected.
I got you. I got you. So, how did you hear about the Battle X competition?
So I was just scrolling through IG and I follow Pain Music, Red Eye, and I've known him for a little bit. I remember I did a performance with Carlos, yeah, a little while back. So when
Okay.
I got connected to all of them and shit, just started following their medias.
Got you. Got you. All right. So, I know that you guys are down in Houston. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. H-Town.
All right. Well, so what's it like being an artist from Houston? How's the hip hop movement down in Houston nowadays?
Shit, at one point I thought to myself, man, it ain't the same, but little by little I see it coming up. I mean, we got people like the Mexican OT, uh, Big X the Plug, Megan the Stallion. I feel like we coming up. There's more events, there's more opportunities. So hey, I just want to be part of that wave.
I hear you. It's funny you mentioned the Mexican OT because I just learned about him last week. I was uh,
Shit.
I was surfing through YouTube and one of his videos came up and then I got trapped. I listened to like 4 or 5 of his songs in a row. The guy gets busy, man. So,
Yeah, he did something in New York too. So shit, that was
oh
big
yeah,
for him.
no, I didn't know about that. So let me ask you this question: how long have you been into the music business or into hip hop?
Shit, I've been into hip hop all my life. Uh, Legit, it pretty much started with my older brother. He was a rapper, and just being in the booth with him, experiencing, how he recorded, how serious he took it. I was like at a state of my life where it's like I love music, and like I really had to sit down and think to myself, this is what I want to do, or am I gonna play around? But I told myself, nah, man, I gotta go full in, like just keep pushing it.
Got you. So, being from Houston, who would you say are some of the legends of Houston? Who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of Houston rap?
Shit, Zero, let's see, Trey, and just in Texas in general, I mean UGK, Bun B, Pimp C, RP, Chameleonaire, Lil Flip, like there's a whole lot of them. Those are just the ones I you know, thought off the top of my head.
Got you, got you.
So yeah, that's right now from Houston.
I hear you. And that's your Mount Rushmore. So, who would you say influenced you
Oh,
to become a rapper?
1 second.
All right, no doubt.
No doubt. My bad. All right, you can hear me?
I can hear you. I got you.
All right. Well, what was the previous question you asked?
So I was asking you about your influences, your musical influences, like inside of hip hop and outside.
Shit, within hip hop, I mean, I think I got a lot of lyrical spitters. I mean, that's pretty much my style, but I'm trying to range out. I'd
Okay.
say I'm inspired by like Eminem, Nas, uh, let's see, Ludacris. I feel he's really underrated. Shit, even back then, man, I've done my research on rappers like Big Daddy Kane, Kool Moe Dee, KRS-One, Wu-Tang Clan, like a lot of New York where it really started.
I hear you. I hear you. That's dope. That's dope. So you mentioned Ludacris, man. That's one of my favorite rappers right there.
Yeah,
Nice to hear you recognize him. Not a lot of people put him on their list.
I know, man. I've like literally gone back to his stuff, and I feel like he's one of the most diverse, man. You want something crunk, you want something lyrical, you want a banger. Like I feel he's underrated, but he's on my list. He's on my list of like top tier rappers.
Got you. So you won with the song Pictures. What was the motivation when you made that song?
So the motivation with that one was just keeping it real, talking about my struggle of, knowing that personally, I feel I got skills, but you also have that self-doubt. I've always heard people say you're your biggest critic, and that's what I feel I was trying to put out in that song and also possibly inspire people that might be going through the same thing if possible.
Got you. Got you. Is that how many songs have you created? Is that your first song, or do you have any projects out besides that?
Yeah, so I actually dropped a project this year. It's just self-titled Paradx. And then a few months later, I dropped the deluxe version with 5 extra songs. So total wise, I got like 13 or 14 songs, and I'm gonna drop something this Friday. So hey, stay on the lookout for that.
What's the name of that project that has all those songs on it? You
It's
just
Paradox.
called
So
Paradx?
you go to any streaming platform, you just type in Paradx. And if you want to hear like all of the songs basically together, just put Paradox Deluxe Edition.
Got you, got you. So let's go into performances. Have you performed before? Are you still trying to get out there to perform?
Now I've been performing. I mean, it kind of started off last year. Last year it started. I did the Coast to Coast Live. Have you heard about that one?
Yeah, I've heard of Coast to Coast. They down in Houston too?
Yeah, they came all over the place. So I performed here in Houston twice. The first time I didn't place, but I came harder the second time. And actually, I just got back from Miami last month because I was one of the top contenders.
Oh, word. So you won one of the Coast to Coast and went to Miami?
Yeah, so it was back in let's say October of last year. I placed in third. And yeah, they told me that all right, in a year from now, just pick a date. So I went out there, performed, network, got some game from a lot of industry people, producers, engineers, and it was a great experience, man. Just overall music and just talent in that building was a lot to take in.
Yeah. How different was it from Houston?
Shoot, I don't, well, never seen a convention like that as big because here in Houston, I feel like I've done some shows here and there, and they're kind of little small get-togethers, but most of the times I go for the ones that like you can advance and keep going to different places, get bigger and bigger. But I feel Houston's a great spot to start off to really build your name.
Got you. So what was it like being in Miami? Did you go visit any of the sites, South Beach, anything like that?
Yeah, honestly, it was it was a kind of last minute thing because I was going through a lot of stuff, but I decided to go and I was just purely on business, man. Just got a little hotel, was practicing, and just went out and performed.
Okay. And how do you say the crowd they reacted to you?
I felt they reacted great. Shit, unfortunately, I didn't get the goal, but I ended up coming with a lot of learning experiences and just learned a lot from it. So I can't take nothing away from that. And the crowd was really feeling it, man. I really felt the energy they gave off.
That's dope, man. That sounds like a really nice experience to go to Miami. I've been to Miami once in my life. It was in 2021. I went down to Wynwood. You ever heard of Wynwood?
Nah, I haven't heard it, man. I only been
Nice.
to
So Wynwood is like the street art district in Miami, and I'm an artist. I do graffiti and painting, so I went and checked it out, and that was pretty dope, man. Definitely. So you said you have a project that's dropping on Friday, right?
Yeah, it's just a song. I feel I'm
It's
gonna
a
drop a
song.
project.
All right.
Yeah, it's a new song, different type of vibe. So it still got me rapping, but let's just say hey, I think it's gonna be the next club banger, man.
All right. So it's more of a club hit.
Yeah, it's more of a club hit. I'm trying to expand my horizon.
Got you. So expanding your horizons and making a club hit. What kind of producers do you work with, or which producers do you work with down in Houston?
So right now I've been working with, well, should I say this? Shout out to my boy No Limit Trey, man. He put me on. He hooks me up with some beats, and he hooked me up with a producer. His name is Cub, Cub Official. I'll probably give his information, but he's dope, man. I mean, he got a little studio here called the Compound 713. And shit, man, he's legit, man. He mix and master my stuff, and that's where I've been doing all of my music.
Yeah. Okay. So at the compound. That's where
Yes,
you work.
sir.
So how did you meet Trey?
So basically my girl, yeah, she's my biggest supporter. Shout out to her too.
That's dope.
Uh her cousin is dating Trey, and she invited them to my first concert, the one at Coast to Coast, and that's how me and him linked up. And shit, we've been cool since, man, just making music.
So let me backtrack because I just heard you say. So that coast to coast event, that was your first performance?
Yeah, like legit, that was my first rapping performance. Like back then in high school, I did like little shows, but Coast to Coast was like the real time that I put some raps that I wrote, to really expand to an audience and stuff.
Got you. So
hmm
and you won that competition.
Yeah, I won the first part.
Okay.
I didn't win in Miami, but I
Yeah.
mean, just to
But you
just
still
to
won the first
advance and
part.
get up there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I mean, how did that feel, man? Because you winning things right now, yo. You win. That's your first performance, like your first real performance, and you won that. How did that feel?
Shit, it felt good, man. I mean, it just showed that, I can compete. I can really, I've proven to myself like, hey, this is something I can really do.
Yeah,
All the time I've been contemplating what should I do with life and this and that. I was like, hey, I got this to fall back on, and shit, as long as I keep learning, I can keep earning.
I got you. I got you. Now I know that you're an MC and you said you're about your lyrics. Do you do anything outside of that, or do you produce as well?
At the moment, I don't, but legit because I love music so much, I want to eventually expand into, maybe singing a little, learning an instrument. Lately, I've been like thinking to myself, learn some piano, the saxophone, and yeah, just stick to my lyrics, but also keep adding on to my arsenal.
Got you. Got you. So let's ask you this: outside of rap music, what is it that you do to keep yourself occupied? What other hobbies you might have?
Should just outside from music, just try to spend time with family, try to work out, things that'll bring peace to me. I try to stay out of trouble, try to help as many people. So yeah, just uh working out, try to even learn like some videography and stuff because I'm really interested in like animation and stuff like that. So maybe I'll dab into that one day.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I actually do some video work too sometimes. It's fun. It's fun to get out there and shoot. And then, once you got that experience under your belt and you work with other videographers, you can able to tell them what you want, the look you need.
Right, right.
Yeah, man. So where do you see yourself going with the music within like the next let's say the next year or two?
Shit, within the next few years, I see myself growing my audience, getting reached out by different events like, hey, pull up here, man, we got you. Bring your fam, bring the crowd, just doing shows, making money from that, and just giving a better life to my family, better life from me and my girl, and just keep elevating.
I got you. Have you ever been to New York?
I haven't, man, but shit, I'm hoping to go soon. I'm telling you, I want to go to the birthplace of hip hop, really see the scene, meet
Yeah.
some people. So, hey, maybe that might be in the course this upcoming year.
Yeah, maybe, man. You come out here, we link up, man. I'll show you around if anything.
Shit, looking forward to that.
So if you were talking to a younger version of yourself, what would you tell yourself about, pursuing your music career?
I say just get out there and learn. I felt like back then I was more I kept to myself. I wanted to know, but I didn't know where to find the info. So I just tell myself like, hey, there's no wrong answers. I mean, at the end of the day, you're trying to learn, so just keep asking questions to, whoever seems like they know what they're doing, because shit, that just might be the break that you need.
Got you. That's a fact. If you could if you could work with any artist that's out right now, actually, if you could work with any artist dead or alive, who would it
Hmm.
be?
Shit. I mean, if I could say dead right now, uh shit, it would have been fun to do a track with maybe Pop Smoke, see where he would have been right now. I know he would have been killing it. XXX Tentacion, unfortunately I got into his music when he passed, but like hearing his passion into it and how he was diverse in it, that was incredible. And shit, even going as back to say Tupac, I mean, just getting his narrative and see how I can possibly inspire people the way he did back then.
Yeah, that's dope. That's three good choices. Definitely three artists that I like and I listen to as well. It's interesting. Some people actually were comparing Extension XXX to Tupac. Like, could you see some of the similarities in that?
Yeah, I remember hearing people say that, and I was like, when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? They're not too far off because I know some people are gonna automatically hear it and be like, no, you can never compare Pac. But when you dig deep into it, you're talking about the impact their music has on the world and the message they're trying to relay to keep people safe. So I can see the similarities in it.
Yeah, yeah. I seen some of the similarities into it as well. Like, it seemed like XXS when he rapped, he came from a place of sincerity. Like, and he was very thoughtful while he was putting together, which is kind of what I feel about Tupac as well. You heard the rumor that Drake had him killed?
Man, I heard about that and I was like, you know what? It sounds too fabricated, but at the end of the day, hey, I know a lot of people say a lot of things about the music industry. That's
Yeah.
why me personally, I try to stay out of trouble, and I'm like, hey, there's some things better just left unsaid, and I'm not gonna be part of it.
Yeah, I myself, I didn't believe it, and then I started following down the rabbit hole.
Mhm.
And then they were quoting some of Drake's lyrics, and I was like, man, that sounds a little fishy, man.
Oh yeah, the whole maybe I should do a 10. Da, 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 da. I remember that line right there.
Yeah, and then they actually tried to subpoena him to have him come testify at the trial, but
Right.
I guess he had the lawyers to pay for that to go away. So when you have big money, you can make those type of things happen, I guess.
Honestly, man. Hey, like I said, in the music industry, there's a lot of things that go on. And me personally, like I said, my goal is to just inspire people, try to stay out of trouble, and I feel that, with power, there comes controversy, there comes people trying to bring you down. But I feel that as long as I keep myself grounded and humble, shit, I feel I can overcome whatever comes my path.
Yeah, I got you. So I'm gonna throw some questions at you here. It might get you in trouble. I'm gonna do a
Jeez.
comparison. You're gonna pick and choose. So
All right.
we're gonna go straight with Biggie or Tupac.
My personal opinion, Biggie, man. Like Biggie, in my opinion, was the better lyrical spitter and voice. Pac overall influence, but purely rapping Biggie.
Got you. Let's go with XXX or Drake.
Yeah, man. That one's I'm gonna go with Drake just because I've listened to him longer, and but I feel that if X was still alive, he could have possibly surpassed, possibly.
Got you. Now I'm gonna take it down south. Old school, a little old school beef. Ludacris or Little Flip.
Shit, Ludacris, man. Oh wait, that was wasn't it T.I. Little Flip?
Was it Ti Little Flip? Okay, so Ti or Little
Yeah, yeah. Shit. That one was tough, man. The way
Flip?
T.I. won
So
that Little Flip, but I'll go with T.I., man. Like I can't even. He went off.
yeah, Ti had a good career, man. He did his thing for a while, man.
Yeah.
How about Young Jeezy or Gucci Mane?
Shit, I listen to more Jeezy.
Yeah.
Fucks with Gucci, but I fucks with Jeezy.
All right, all right, all right. So how about let me see. I'm trying to think. Man, this is tough. Uh
Hmm.
Snoop Dogg or Wiz Khalifa?
Nope, man. I mean, he's the legend.
That's the legend. That's the legend. All right, all right. Well, that's a little game that we want, we play every now and then to see who your artists are and who you pick. So, you got any shout outs you want to give to anybody before we jump off?
Shit, just first off, shout out to my baby girl, man. She's been my number one supporter. Like I said earlier, shout out to my boy No Limit Trey, uh, Cub, and shit, my brother, he was my earliest inspiration, and just all the artists that I met at Coast to Coast Live and the future artists I'm gonna reach out to and fans. This for y'all, man. Just keep going and shit. Just wait on me to just keep inspiring y'all.
All right, that's dope, man. It was good to chop it up with you for a little bit. Before we go, let the listeners know where they can find your music and where they can follow you at.
All right, so on any media platforms, official Paradx, Paradx, official Paradx. And if you want to stream any of my music on Apple, Spotify, whatever streaming platform, just Paradx, Paradx. You're gonna see my little cover art. It's like a little cartoon thing and shit. Just keep tuning in, man. I'm gonna just keep dropping more music and making more hits.
That's what's up. All right, man. Once again, congratulations on your victory at the Paradx competition. And we're gonna continue following you. We'll be in touch again, see how everything goes with your career. I want to thank you for joining me tonight on Made for Kings TV. All right, brother. You have a good night, man. Peace.